So today we are going to play The Dark Egg. It's a new game on Steam, so I'll start it. Yeah, start a new game. When I was young, I heard a story about an island surrounded by a silver lake. Hopefully nobody noticed that grammar of mine. The island was empty, save for an old city. Its people were lost and hungry, and when they cried for help, there was no answer. But then, from the heavens, came the many eyes of grace, who gave an answer. Salvation arrived on winged creatures, speaking in tongues that aged men. They taught many secret things and what mind was. Their gifts took away mankind's faults and replaced them with eyes of grace. The island was blessed, everyone was made right. The city was made better, the sun was consumed. The city was made into memory, living words in eternity. Screams faded, and none came back from the island. Most leave the island alone, except for those seeking its greatest treasure. An egg from the heavens, unspoiled and perfect, resting in the womb of the old city. A thing that will grant any wish you desire. A thing that I must get. Alright, you've awoken to the rocking of a ship. You can't remember how many days it has been. So let's look. This is the ferry boat. This is okay. I'm on the Silver Lake. Day 1 at 4 p.m. This my health decreases when you are hurt. If you reach 0, you die. Okay. 20 and 20. Energy decreases over time as you walk around and perform actions. 20 or 20. Sanity decreases when you are terrified, but slowly recovers over time. Low sanity causes side effects. Ooh. I've loved that. Drama. It increases when sanity reaches 0, worsens the effects of low sanity. Drama never recovers, do not reach 100. Got it. Recenters the map, see your position, zoom the map in or out. How do I move the map though? No. Okay, let's. The settlements new and the saves. I'll support a Kickstarter. Yeah, you can go support it. Join this Discord server to support the work and my. Alright. They said it would only take half a day to get to the island. Even the ferryman says so. But the ferryman has not moved from his spot since you got on this boat. He simply stares forward into a white mist with no island in sight. The sound of waves surrounds you, nothing else. I think if he's just staring at the mist, then I'll just leave him alone. Yeah, look for the island myself. You peer over the boat and see rushing water. It is a relief to know the boat is going somewhere. You, like the ferryman, simply stare out into the mist-covered waters. There's no island in sight. Check my bag. You open your bag just beneath your feet. It is drenched by the mist and a splash of waves around you. It's okay. It's been 10 minutes. Got it. The contents are nothing special. Gear you were told would help you on the island. Many assured you there would be a town near the seashore when you arrived. You're not so sure anymore. It's quite low, so maybe I will increase it up by a bit. Take inventory of the supplies. Sure, let's look back to the ferryman. Upon hearing the rustle of the front of the boat, you look up from your bag. The ferryman has turned from the misty waters. He stares at you with dull eyes. Ocean mist drips from his pale chin. You feel his gaze on you. What's the capital? You talk to the ferryman. You give a quick hello to the ferryman. His face remains expressionless. Black eyes stare directly at yours. We've passed the morning waters. Is that so? What do you mean? The ferryman lets out what looks to be a weak smile. His eyes never leave you. You showed it you off a lot, didn't you? You don't even know about the silver waters. The ferryman laughs, turning to face the misty waters once again. We'll be to shore soon, be dropping you off. I want to go to shore myself, you know, never go to shore. Thanks for letting me know. I'll be polite. Of course, the ferryman turns from you and stares back out over the ocean waves. To your relief, you begin to see a land emerge from the white mist. Too positive for me? Just get a closer look. The shoreline is decorated in yellow lights. And as the boat gets closer, a silhouette of a dark, wet town appears before you. The lights seem to dance in mist and rain. It is the harbor. Best be quiet when you get to shore, the ferryman whispers. Or should I be worried? Caution is wise, but I don't know how much it will help you on that island, the ferryman replies weakly. We'll be aboard in a moment. Best to sit down. Sit. Take a seat and wait to dock. You sit with your back and rests. The cold splashes of water pepper your numbing face. You let out a breath and see it mist in front of you. It is getting colder. Prepare to dock. The ferryman raises his hand, and as he does so, the boat slows. Okay. Okay. I performed one action. It's now 4:38 p.m. The boat twists and turns as if 4 men are piloting it. You remember that there was a crew on this island when you first set out? There was a crew, wasn't there? Best of luck, stranger. Oh, and before you go, I do believe you've dropped something. You look to the ferryman and he looks toward your bag. Confused, you go to check your bag. Okay. Small knife. It is equipped, an important tool for any traveler. Range 10, attack 5. So I'll be fighting then. Climbing rope, good for a few uses. A compass. You brought to help navigate alongside your map. But wait, where's your map? I have no idea. Recovery potions to restore 15 health. Gold 30 is bettable currency. Attack 6 increases damage dealt, and defense 5 reduces damage taken. You find that the man is right. Your map is missing. It must be on the floor somewhere. Yeah, search for your map. A ruined map of the island and a broken compass. Okay, you find your map on the floor of the ferry and pick it up, only to find it wet to the touch from the mists of water. So that wasn't an action. my energy is still at 19. Oh no, map and compass, there we go. Still hopeful, you open it but find its contents unreadable anymore. It appears you need to draw a new one as you go. You place the map in your bag near your compass and notice the dial spinning erratically. Pulling it out, you try to hold it steady. The dial only grows more wild. Frustrated, you stuff both items deep into your bag. You turn to thank the ferryman, but are surprised to find that he is not at the head of the boat any longer. The a line appeared. That is strange. He was there a moment ago. You look around, but do not find him anywhere. It is only you. There is only the dock. A small layer of snow covers it. Step off the boat. Alright. You step off the boat, and your feet press into the snow. Light rain begins to pepper your face as you walk into the town. Ooh, music. Rain and snow pelt against your body. The harsh wind claws at your face. You realize now that you're far underprepared for what is to come. Okay, that took away another energy. And it's now 5 p.m. Thanks. The town is quiet and the street lamps glow a dim yellow in the winds around you. The store is in sight, but as you walk forward, you hear the laughter of a man to your right. Near him is a small shop. Your footsteps splash in the road. Talk to the strange man then. You approach the man, apprehensive. His laughs continue to echo through the roads as if amplified by something. No one else is around, and you notice the man has no smile on his face. Greet him and ask if he knows where anyone else is. The laughter stops. He turns his face towards you, but does not meet your eyes. His gaze lies beyond you, a pale face without life. His eyes reflect nothing. There is no one else. There is just you. The man turns from you and walks away. He shortly begins to laugh again, growing quieter as he vanishes from your view. Now your footsteps splash in the road, and that did not cost my energy. So, okay, that, yeah, I suppose this is street walkway. Okay, that is the shop, only 1 meter away, so why not? You walk up, you walk up to the small shop and open the door, getting out of the rain quickly. The inside is a good deal warmer than out there. Lining the walls rests all kinds of goods, from small vials to books and art. Centered at the back is a large wooden countertop. Behind the counter sits a pale, bearded man, and behind him a wall. From his seat, he towers over you, just slightly. His eyes are nearly closed, and he appears amused at your presence. Funny, haven't had visitors in a long time, he chuckles. But then again, perhaps you aren't a visitor at all. What are you here for? I have 2 potions, so ask him about his equipment. You ask the man if he has any equipment to help you on your journey. He motions toward the back of the shop. The back? As you walk, you find racks of various clothing, some with fur, others with various embellishments. You realize most of it is common wear and unfortunately not very helpful for what you plan to do. You think you can't use any of it? The man asks after a moment. He looks at you up and down. You do have a fine piece of leather on you, but armor isn't everything out there. He points to a thick coat near you. The coat can be just as deadly as the creatures, if not more so. I've seen many experts of the sort freeze before they made even a single swing. 40 gold. I do not have that much. Sorry, I only have 30. I think I need to hydrate. And it's only been... few minutes into the game. Never mind. Okay, so I can check without losing my energy, so I'll go for the potions. You take a look at the man's potion supply, but find it rather barren. Don't carry much more than the essentials here, the man says. Not many visitors means not many buyers either. Still, you're welcome to take a look around. Recovery? Blast potion. Another 40 gold. And never mind. Let's just leave. Go to the street. As you follow a trail of wind and rain through the town, you walk empty streets lined with yellow lights and past buildings with no people. The weather worsens as the road opens up a bit. Two houses on one side and a chapel on the other. You see what looks to be people. But as you get closer, you notice they make no sound. All of them care not for the rain, letting it fall on their pale skin, their black eyes stare at nothing. They walk from street to street, building to building, without pause and without emotion. None turns to you as you walk by. You stand in the center of the row. Blank faces passes you by. The chapel appears empty. Walk back to the streets. So this is the lower abbey. Talk to a passerby. I don't think that would be fruitful, but let's try. You call out to one of the people walking past, but they ignore you. You try again, only to fail again. Yep, figured. Not a single one turns their head. You give up. Let's try to persist. You call out to more people, but the rain drowns you out. You reach for a person, only for them to change direction as you do. Let's give up then. The alley. Explore the back alley. That is kinda dangerous. Knock on the nearby house. Yeah. You knock on the door of a nearby home. Come in, you hear. You open the door and walk inside the house. On your left rests a calming fire, and close to it, a man in a wheelchair. His face is tired, eyes black. He turns to you and smiles. Oh, a guest. Come and get warm by the fire. You start toward the jovial man. Why, I can't remember the last time we've had a guest. How is it out there? The rain doesn't seem to be doing you many favors. He chuckles, looking back into the fire. Well, you can rest here as long as you need. My wife has always been a great hostess, but she's out at the moment. A shame you can't meet her. You take a seat next to the man and he suddenly turns to you. Say, did you happen to see my wife and daughter on your way? They were supposed to go for my medicine. You tell the man you didn't see anyone. He nods and leans back with a distant look. Oh well, they should be back any moment. I'm sure of it. Ask about the weather. The weather? He turns to you, amused. What to say about it? It won't get sunny anytime soon if that's what you're asking, the man chortles. No, it won't get sunny. If you're planning to venture out much further, make sure you're prepared. The cold is vicious out there. Vicious. My wife is strict about keeping bundled up. What about the chapel? The man leans back in his chair when you ask him about the chapel. Ah, the old chapel. Such a lovely structure, isn't it? Say, have you been inside? Oh, have you seen the inside? Say you haven't. He shakes his head. That's no good. No good at all. Take a look inside. You'll love it. Beautiful building. Then why is it abandoned? You tell him you have. The man gives a smile. Yes, beautiful, isn't it? The artwork especially. I know my daughter loves those pictures the most. Still remember when the folk around here used to actually visit the old thing? He stares off in thought. Now, this is what I would like to know. If I'm not mistaken, it was built back when people were first coming to the island. It was for the egg, the dark egg. That's the title of the game. They really worshipped that thing back then. The man lets out a snort. What am I even saying? They still do. And who could blame them? Not like there's much else around here. Why is the only thing that brings people to the island anymore? The man's belly rose with each heaving laugh. Heaving? Yeah, laugh. Yeah, he's insane. Sure, let's enter the chapel. 2 minutes. The chapel is quiet. The floors, walls, ceilings are tiled with gloss black stone. Between the stones rests one white grout. Pictures of people and the harbor line the walls. The lanterns rest in the four corners of the large room. In the center lies an altar. On it is a dark egg. We found it, I guess. You feel the egg calling to you. Inspect the egg. You walk up to the egg, passing rows of empty pews along your way. At the altar, you notice 4 pedestals surrounding the egg, each with a lit beacon. A faint glow surrounds the egg. No, don't touch the egg. You go toward one of the pedestals and notice that from each one strews out a glowing barrier of sorts. Nearly invisible, it's like a dangerous strap meant to protect the egg. Yes, the 4 pedestals are lit and the barrier protects the egg. Huh? Go to the right, check. Yeah, check the left pedestal. You examine the left pedestal and notice a switch beneath this beacon. You try to press it but find it's locked. The right pedestal is locked as well. Yeah. Go behind to the back. You step around to the back of the altar. The 4 pedestals are lit and the barrier protects the egg. Oh, you hear a click? The beacon switches off with a low hum, the barrier dimming with it. Sparks fly from the other 3 beacons toward the edges of the chapel. One goes to the pictures, another to a large stained glass window, and the third to the back of the chapel. After a moment, the pedestals rest once more. 3 pedestals around the egg are lit. The barrier protects the egg. Okay, I got one of them. Check the large window. You follow one of the sparks toward the stained glass window lining the chapel's wall. It depicts 2 white wings surrounding a mess of colored paints without any real form. Despite the cloudy weather, light still shines through. Raising the floor, you can hear the rain pattering against the glass. Sorry, I'm having trouble reading today. Nothing in the window moves, and yet every time you look back, you swear the colors are different. Check the floor where the light shines. The patterns made on the floor seem suspicious. When you get close, you notice a grid marked with lines and dots. The light touches only specific dots. The light hitting the dot crawls through the lines connected. It seems you can move the lines around. So as I went from here to up here, I can move it around. So move it up here then. What did it say? 5 skip? The second grid sits right at the first. Blocks get in the way. Oh, I'm still doing it. Okay. Wait. Oh, I can also move these. Why do we need to move these? What does a square one do? Oh. That's not it? Ah, I can also move that one. Right. Okay. So the squares are the blocks. Third grid sits right on the first with some spots missing. That's it. Click the third button. Lights up. Soon after, the light from beyond the class vanishes and the patterns dull down to just scratches in the floor again. The rain continues to batter outside. When you turn around, you see one last lit pedestal around the egg. Okay, now 2. The batter is even harder to see now. The window's done, so go check the pictures lining the wall. On the side of the chapel are various pictures spaced out across the entire wall. You approach the first and scan past each one. Nothing there contains. You need to look more closely to find anything. Look at the picture of the okay, let's look at the picture of the harbor. You see an eagle eyes views of the harbor, only it is a beautiful day filled with blue. Around the town was small blocks of people and color, unlike anything you've seen in your brief stay. The warmth of the scene radiates from the painting. The layout of the harbor, even individual buildings, are identical to the real thing. Perhaps this is the recent work. You can even make out the small shop you passed along your way. Someone is walking into it. Wait. As you scan past the shop, something catches your eye. You peer closer and see an odd gray blotch. It's the man. The man you talked to, the laughing man. You make eye contact. What's happening? You recoil, but then he's gone. In his place is a bloody smudge of an empty street. -1 sanity. Dang. Okay, so was the painting repeating things that were happening? Look at the picture of the great city. A beautiful cityscape covers the picture. Surrounding a large town square, the architecture is some of the finest you've seen. In the center of the town square rests something large. Everyone is looking at it, surrounding it. A creature. It becomes increasingly abstract. Toward the center, you can't tell what you're supposed to be looking at. It looks like it's breathing. Okay. Look at the dark egg. The dark egg stands in all its glory in the center of the frame. At each corner is an angel, arms outstretched and holding a cloth they aim to drape over the egg. Behind the egg, in the distance, you see the same scene again. The brightness of the egg contrasts its name. Its brilliance seems to glow off the ink. You feel like you can understand the praises the angels sing of it. In truth, you've never been more certain of its power and of your goal. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice a small switch right by the painting. Was that always there? You reach out and flick the switch, and hear an echoing click behind you. You turn and see one out of 4 beacons has dimmed away. The battery weakens. It's right in its bed. The chapel back. At the back of the chapel, the lights are dim. The roof slides down as you near the edge, squeezing the room. The space is mostly empty, though there are various objects and furniture strewn about. You notice various books at one corner and a closet nearby. In the other, a piano. The floor is a mess, but not a speck of dust is in sight. The closet. You open up the closet and find it deeper than you first thought. Far, far deeper. Though you're certain the chapel wasn't this long from the outside. Was it? Find a light switch. You filmed around for the light switch and find one, pressing it. Immediately, candles begin lighting a narrow hallway, row by row. On both sides of the hallway stand mannequins. Their faces are blank, save for two black holes where eyes should be. They all turn to you. Creepy. You walk down the hallway. You creep past the mannequins, slowly and without a sound. They do not move, and yet when you turn around, the ones behind you have turned their heads. Their eyes bore into you. Okay, continue. This will definitely take away my sanity. Yes, and energy as well. You ignore the mannequins and press on. The hallways is endless. The mannequins are endless. And everything looks the same. You're tiring. But thankfully, as you keep moving through the rows of heads, you stumble upon what seems to be the very same door you came in from. There's something attached to the door. Sheet music. Faded sheet music for a piano. Why was it stuck to the wall? I suppose it's time to get out of here. Yes. The only question is how to leave. This is the same door, right? No. How can it be the same door when you are walking straight, but you go back to that door again? Unless it's a circle, which is impossible. Tentatively, you go to open the door in front of you. Nothing looks out of place. This is the same door. You're sure of it. But when you pull the door, you find it locked. You have to back down the hallway. You turn around and aren't even surprised to see the mannequins staring at you once more. You scurry back through the hallway, going as quickly as possible. It'd be best not to come back here again. I lost another energy. Now I have the sheet music. Hi, Bo. How are you doing? It's been a while. You find a rather beautiful piano despite its dust. Its entire body has a lovely wooden sheen and an ivory keys sit, eager to be played. You find the piano's music desk to be rather small, just large enough for a single page. Placing the sheet music you found inside the closet, it unfolds and fits beautifully, as if it were there the whole time. Always there, always meant to be there. I don't think I should play Let the Piano Be. Check the books. You go pick up the books. Opening them as you do, you quickly find they are all in a language you do not understand. You place them on a nearby shelf. Okay, let's play the piano then. The piano waits. Yeah. Oh no. The sheet music lies in front of you. It seems it's just a simple scale. I don't know how to play a piano. I've been working all week this week. I'll give you some pads. You should rest. Get a nice, good rest that you deserve. Okay, I can only press the white keys. Okay, I just have to turn them all into black orbs like that. Yeah, I will be going to bed soon. But that's all you want. Yeah, it's a weird time for me to be on. How do I get to those two? Oh, the black keys. Oh, got experience. There's also experience. I just realized. As soon as you press the final key, a click is heard behind you and the piano goes silent. You turn around and find one of the 4 pedestals are turned off. All 4 pedestals are unlit, the batter is gone, and so is the egg. Who stole the egg? Inspect the order. You wonder if your eyes are playing a trick on you. Stepping up to the order where the batter used to be, you can see as clear as day. The egg is gone. You feel the order looking for it. Perhaps it's been hidden. Try as you might, you find nothing about the egg. You were surprised, however, to find metal beneath your hand. You check your hand and find the key. You're not sure where the egg went, but this key could come in handy. What could it be for? I don't think I've seen any place with a key. Except for the chapel's closets, obviously. I'm so done. The chapel back. The closet. There was a door in here. And the music stops. You've done this walk before, but that doesn't mean you like it. You've arrived at the end once again. This is the same door, right? Stealing yourself, you unlock the door and creak it open to what looks like the back of the chapel. -1 sanity. Only something seems off. The altar? You go to the altar in the center and find a stone resting on it instead of an egg. Bizarrely, the batter has returned, or perhaps this is a different batter, a different altar altogether. This time, the beacons the pedestals hold are all turned off. Testing one of the pedestals, you find the switches they hold were working this time around, only they were a bit unpredictable. A press on one turns on some lights, a press on the other turns them off. At least they are consistent. The stone shimmers behind the barrier and some pedestals can stand unlit. You're not sure what the stone is, but it's a purer black than what paves this chapel. Attempt to open the barrier. Not now. Let's check the chapel's gallery. Heading over to the chapel's gallery, you find each picture is distorted. For some reason, it's impossible to tell why they are wrong, but you can feel they are wrong. Fundamentally, colors, the setting, it's all wrong. You feel disgusted and have to turn away. What about the window? You turn to where the window would be and find pictures instead. The other side of the chapel holds no window, only a flat wall of black stone. In fact, it dawns on you that there are no windows here, not even small ones. The front, you go to open the chapel doors but find them locked. Your key doesn't work. Okay, the altar again. It's time to open the barrier. The pedestals rest, the beacons unlit, but we're pressing the switches do. 1, 2, 3, 4. You hear a click, but the lights shut off. The switches are behaving differently too. Okay, this one. Another click, but the pedestals shut off again. One lock suited better. It needs to be lit and unlocked. What do you mean unlocked? Oh. If I press it again, then it will be locked. Oh no, it's just the same again. I thought that was weird. The bristles roar to life, finally quench the barrier. With a low drone, it vanishes from view as all four pedestals stand with lit beacons. All that's left is to grab the stone. A deep black stone with an unduling sheen. It can be used in many ways, but once used, it will vanish. Use wisely. So I'm here for a stone instead of the egg. Showstone, plus 15 experience. Where the stone once rested, now lies nothing. You feel that you're not ready for this yet. Okay. So I guess I should return. Prize in hand, he decides it's time to head back. You turn back and open the closet, finding the long hallway once more. Only one thing left to do. Maybe there's still more here. Huh? It's where but it's already on the begin slit where the stone was rested, now lies nothing. No, there's nothing more. Yeah, open the chapel's door. But I'm blocked. Okay. Oh wait. Wrong one. The hallway. It's time to go. You walk down the hallway, wondering if what you saw was just a dream. But the shimmering stone in your hand gently says otherwise. Now let's leave. Go into the chapel again. I cannot go to the egg over here. Then just leave the house to overlook the alley. In the back alley, the ring is unable to reach. It is far more quiet. Snow still falls steadily, and near the end of the alleyway rests a woman and her child. Oh, those are for the old man's home. Frozen and dead. Oh no, their faces hold sadness and hope, and before them rests an offering box. You notice that the woman has a coat you could wear. It wouldn't do her any good. I don't want to take her coat, so I offer. You approach the offering box in front of them. It's a small, one little thing, but its wood casing is sturdy. Religious symbols, creatures of some kind, adorn the outside, as well as a child's small doodles. You grab a few coins you have and toss them into the box. You hear a rattle inside, then silence. You look toward the woman and the girl. Back to the box and pick it up. You place it in the mother's palm and close her hand around it. For a brief moment, you wonder if her palm is warm. When you stand up to walk out, your foot pushes against something soft. You look down, notice an abandoned coat. It looks unworn. A thick coat for the cold. It has a soft inside. Well, thank you, Dan. Yeah, I'll take it. Okay, I've already equipped it. Just leave. I have bad news. Hey, that coat. It reminds me of my daughter. I don't know why, but it does. They'll return once a day? Yes, I'm sure of it. They're out there still. They're always out there, watching. You'd love them, stranger. Oh, you would. So kind, those two. So very kind. Even to an old monster like me. If you sit a while longer, I'm sure they'll return and you can meet them. The old man gives a crinkling smile. Ask about the Jabal's dog egg. Not a suitable time for it, but sure. I'm here for it anyway. You ask the man about the dark egg in the chapel. Oh, that old monument. It's a convincing replica, yes. But really, it's nothing like the real thing when you get close to it. It's nothing like it, you know? The man grips the arms of his chair. Likes the feeling, right? You know, right? He turns to you, eyes wide. It's nothing, right? Just a goddamn fake. He spits out. The feeling it gives. The promises it makes. The lies it tells. That fake filth is nothing to the egg. -1 insanity. Is there something you wanted to talk about? No. Okay. Let's talk to a passerby. Desperate, he waits for someone to come close. But it's as if everyone avoids you. You decide to throw caution to the wind and run to the nearest person. Grip them by the hand and stop him in their tracks. Panting, you look up and find them staring back into your eyes. You see yourself with their inky black. Their eyes and face have no color. They smile. And when you blink, they're gone. Continue past the town. Continue up the path, climbing a small hill. The bitter wind gets worse with every step. As the hill plateaus, you reach the edge of a large cliffside overlooking a massive chasm. Up ahead is a ruined city. Cold gates rest in front of the city, walls surrounding it as far as the eye can see. They hold strong even after their many years. You can see a palpable fog over the city. It seems to cling to it. A trail leads down toward the city gate, growing more snow-filled as it goes. Opposite to it lies a flat trail toward what appears to be a small log cabin. Lanterns light the way. Nearby, a knight in black armor stands overlooking the ruin below. The cold gaze at the city they hold rest ahead, surrounded by mist. The black knight stands overlooking the ruins. Nearby, the path to the log cabin is dimly lit. Talk to the knight. I'm sure he'll help. You approach the knight. He is covered head to toe in sleek black armor, leaving nothing exposed. His sword sticks into the ground in front of him, and his hands rest on his hilt. He doesn't turn, but when you come close, he speaks before you can. So, you've come. I'm not sure why I'm surprised. He speaks strangely, as if familiar of you. Do you know me? I know you're here to claim the egg. You know there are many of you, right? don't think you're unique in your journey. The knight gestures toward the ruined city with his head. How many of you do you think I see go into the city? How many do you think I've seen come back out? The knight's form sags, even ever so slightly. Do I know you? The knight turns to you, water glistening along his helmet. You see only black through the few cracks. He studies you for a brief moment before responding. No, I don't think you do. The knight turns back to the city. Where are you looking? The knight stands silent, long enough that you wonder if he didn't hear you. Then he responds. That mist above the city? It clings to the ruins like it's alive, he says. It's something I noticed a long time ago. It isn't natural. You can even see the edges of it whisk away as soon as it gets too far from the walls. You follow his gaze to the ruins' edges and see he's right. The mist stops just past the borders, clinging to the city alone. The knight clutches the hilt of his sword tighter. When you plan to go in there, you should be prepared. This place, your egg, it isn't what it seems. He turns toward you, but you already know that. You can't see his face, but you can feel his gaze. You say goodbye to the knight and turn to leave, but he stops you. Wait, he says. I think you should have this before you go. I know you're planning to enter the ruins. I know nothing will stop you either. But when it goes to hell, maybe this time, I'll see one of you come out of there. Oh my. This is so hopeful. It's giving me sadness instead. But thank you, Dark Knight. What did I get? Blast potion. Throw for an emergency. Explodes on impact. Thanks. That was 40 gold. Walk toward the cabin first. You walk toward the cabin. It's trail, calm and flat. Has odd lumps, rocks maybe as you go. The closer you get, the larger you realize the cabin is. And soon you see a sign, faded and chipped, that simply says, "In." The lumps grow more numerous. Upon closer inspection, you realize they are frozen bodies wet with rain. They stretch their arms toward the inn. Oh. No. Awareness inspect the frozen bodies. You edge closer to one of the frozen people. They look to be locked in time with from the cold. You look around to men, women, even children strewn along the pathway. As you look from person to person, you find them all reaching directly toward the door of the inn. Some with one hand outstretched, others with both. Some use their weapons in their bags, even their face if they had nothing else. A chill runs down your spine, and you soon stop looking. You manage to find some spare gold lying around in the meantime. Oh. -1 energy, -1 sanity. You lied, I got no gold. So, I should not go into the inn? Small bundle of 1 gold. So, oh. The golds. Thanks. So it seems like I'll need a key to get in. Then I suppose I'll just have to return to the Overlook and walk down the path toward the gates. As you move downward, the snow starts to stick to the ground, the rain stopping completely. A howling wind blows from the gates ahead. black metal polished with ice. You approached the gate but find nothing to be locked. You give the gate a light push, but it doesn't even budge. Strewn around are frozen bodies, covered in snow. Yes, inspect the bodies. All around you are bodies of unspoken adventurers, merchants, wanderers. Each journey began for their own reason, but all ended here. It seems that most things have already been taken, likely from other travelers along the way. You do, however, find a pouch of gold and a sword. You've never used one before. It might very well be time to learn. Thank. 15 gold. Wow. A simple one-handed sword, though a bit rusted, since some combat. That's better than the knife that I have. Range 10, attack 5. Sword. Range 12, attack 7. I guess I'll return to the Overlook. I suppose going around doesn't cost me anything, right? So I'll try to go back and talk to, oh no, it cost me my energy. But let's try. Enter the shop. So just nothing new to talk about. Never mind. Just leave the street. What about the people here? Oh, they have 6 gold. I'm missing 1. Wow. Exactly 1. Okay. Let's go to the cabin then. You walk inside the inn, the warmth kissing your face, a counter flanked by 2 sets of stairs lying centered in front of you, with the fire crackling gently in the corner. The room is constricted otherwise, tight wooden walls, save for the fireplace. Wooden walls and a fireplace that... Okay. Very inflammable. The room is not even a fraction of the size of what you saw outside, but maybe I do not know anything about that because... The man behind the counter looks up at you. He beckons you to come closer. It only takes a few steps. Another traveler, I see, he says. Come to rest your weary body? It's cold out there, no? He looks back toward one of the stairwells. I have seen many travelers come and go through this inn of mine. Some young and filled with spirit, others old enough to know better. But no matter the reason for your journey, I can guarantee rest here for when you need it. Should things ever become too dire out there, he continues, I'd imagine you might well wake up here again. After all, no matter the nightmare, it is just a nightmare, after all. Isn't it? The innkeeper looks down at something on his desk, but you cannot see it. He begins to write. Now tell me, traveler, why have you come here? If you wish to sleep, just enter up the stairs. Either one. If you'd rather a short rest, the fireplace has room for more. What does it mean? You will throw me into the fireplace? The firelight dances across the room. There are a few windows where rain and snow patter outside. It feels safe. Tell the innkeeper about your journey. You decide to tell the innkeeper the reason you journey. You tell him that you wish to get a dark egg. His eyes light up as you speak. Well, who am I to stop someone from trying to reach their desires? One doesn't go looking for the egg without sense and purpose. To try and hold the dark egg is to risk everything, and the road will not be kind to you, young one. No, will not be kind at all. The innkeeper reaches into a drawer below the desk, and you hear rustling of paper and clattering of metal. He pulls a small key up onto the countertop. This here, he taps the key, is the key to the gate. I'll be happy to give it to you, but first I must ask you to do something for me. You look to him and ask him what he wants. He smiles. What I want, young one, is the stone from the chapel. You remember the chapel, right? You must have passed it on the way here. Hard to miss. Quite charming on the inside, too. Question mark? Inside that chapel, he continues, is a stone. A magic stone of sorts. Or at least, that's what the rumors have said. No one has found any such thing for as long as that chapel has stood. Grabs the key and places it back in his drawer. But you seem different, young one. I want you to search for it, but I've already got it. It's not a deal breaker, you can't find it. It's just a rumor after all. In truth, it's wishful to still believe something like that could exist after all this time. But as someone aiming for the egg, I imagine you should know what it feels like to chase a wish. I think you know exactly what it is that I feel. You nod. So the thing is, where's it? This one. It can be used in many ways. So I don't know, but yeah, I don't know what it can be used for. And it says soul stone. Rest by the fire. The fireplace looks inviting, and there are various chairs around it. A man sits on one. He appears tired, wrapped in a shawl. When you sit down, he greets you. For the first time since coming to the island, his welcome feels natural. His eyes and face have color and warmth. Are you going to bed? Yeah. Good night, Bo. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. And thank you for coming. You greet the man back. Good to see a familiar face around here, he says. He pauses, confused. Another traveler, I mean. Easy to tell you're not from the island, he adds, after noticing your confusion. The man turns back to the fire. Talk to the man by the fire. Just sit down first and then talk to him. You grab a welcoming chair and sit by the fire. The slapping flames flick warmth around you. Oh, okay. Cousin. But is this a puzzle? You stand to the fire, lost in thought. Okay, it's just it's just the soundtrack. I will fend them off famously. Yes, you will, Bo, you will. Oh, what would you like to talk about? The town first. You noticed how strange this town is, haven't you? A wide harbor with no boats, rows of buildings without people, even this rotten rain. It never stops. I can't tell you what's wrong, but I know. I just know. Something is wrong. He leans in his chair. Hey, it's not too late to turn back. He looks toward you, but relents when he sees your confidence. Well, if you're determined, I won't stop you, of course. But if nothing else, take this harbor as a warning. There's not much on this island beyond those ruins. This is the warmest welcome you get. Talk about the egg. When you mention the dark egg, the man starts. You're after the dark egg, he asks. You tell him you are. That you must get it. He nods. I see. This is quite the journey then. Though not too surprising, nearly every traveler I meet is after the egg. He sinks in his chair a bit. I don't think I can change your mind, but you should think twice about it. He stares into the flame, past the flame, into nothing. It never turns out how you want it to. But this is the second time somebody mentioned this to me, so I wonder. It never turns out how you want it to. He closes his eyes. I wonder why it is that we seek or wish to change our lives, when it is something that deep down we do not wish to change. On the cold gates. The cold gates. Those ruins are as beautiful as they are deadly. I've only been once myself, turned around just from the cold. The man snuggles in his shawl, staring into the flame. I'm sure you've heard it 100 times already, but that place is cold. Far, far colder than it has any right to be. It isn't natural. You need a key to get past the gate, and you need to pass the city to get to your egg. He turns to you and sits up straighter. But you know, they didn't lock that gate to keep things in. No, nothing from the city ever leaves. That's why they locked it to keep travelers, you, out. Once you go past the city, you won't come back here. One reason or another, you won't come back here. Oh, thank you. You get up from the fire and ask if the man is ready to leave too. In a moment, he says. I just need some time to rest. Oh, will I be able to get a party? Ask the innkeeper for a room. You begin to ask about the cost of a room, but the innkeeper stops you. You don't need coin if you just wish to rest. It costs nothing. Thank you, Mr. Innkeeper. You're so nice. But he asks as you begin walking the stairs, if you wish to change yourself, that will always cost you as much as it costs anyone else. Okay, so this is the third time. If you wish to change yourself, and it never turns out to be what you want it to be. I don't know, I'm piecing the information together, but I still have nothing. And while a night or two of rest could serve you well, I would avoid sleeping for too long. The island doesn't like visitors. You decide to ignore his cryptic comments. Perhaps they will make more sense in the future. After climbing the stairs, you find yourself between rows of countless rooms, down a long straight hall. Though you hadn't been given a key, you find one in your hand. Its tag says 8. The hallway isn't lit. Only the light from the staircase illuminates the path. Each and every room you pass says is occupied, though you see no light coming from any door. You approach the door labeled 8, only vaguely able to see it with the weakening light. Your key is lost in perfectly, and you gently open the door. A lantern lights the room when you walk in. You see a bed and an orb. You feel the orb pulling you. The orb is a rather curious shade of grayish purple, standing by the side of the bed. You've never seen anything like it. It appears dull, but as you near, its color become vibrant and bright. You reach your hand out and feel a warmth emanating from its surface. You touch the orb and feel your eyelids grow heavy. You close them and see yourself in a way you've never seen before. Oh, oh yeah, I saw this in the Steam store page. Okay, so resting and upgrading. Now let's see. Action. Rule breaker. Converts a single target's next turn into yours. Here's some chances. Conniving. What does it mean? Maybe it's a skill. No. No. It's a talking some. So convincing. Conniving. I don't think I know that word. Manic. Damaging skills drain one sanity to deal 15% more damage. Celerity. Celerity regenerates 20% faster. Okay, give me one Constitution. Steadfast. And a defensive stand that reduces all damage taken by 2% until your next turn. Gain 1 mana point for every turn taken by another unit while in this stance. So I will be attacked by a lot of monsters. Devour. Steal one of every stat from a single target for 3 turns with a lot of gems. Blaze Storm. Your attacks deal damage twice next turn. Regain a turn instantly. Awareness. Grant 1 awareness. Mana cost 4. Strength awareness. Awareness. Your perception and reaction speed helps with finding the things. Agility. Your physical speed and dexterity, especially in combat. Willpower to stay sane and composed. Intelligence. Your mental acuity helps with deduction and social situation. I think I need this one. Constitution. Your overall physical physique and resilience. Your strength is your immediate power at any given moment. Increases your combat damage. Cat Step. Halves damage taken from falling. I can fall? So I think I'll go with Constitution. Although intelligence is not bad, grant 50% chance of applying special effects. Haste. Time moves 10% slower and you take 10% more turns in combat. Ignite. Encases a single target in flame, dealing 6 damage and halving their strength for 1 turn with some chance. Manic. I don't think I want Manic. The thing is, it's because I don't know what this is. Eye of Avarice. All gold drops give 1 to 2 extra gold. Okay, I'll try intelligence. I can all an adjacent skill, but oh, I remove it. Got it. Oh, you don't have enough skill points. What? Oh, I see. Oh. Right, on to awareness. I think for now I will remove the intelligence. More energy seems good. A lantern lights the room with a soft yellow. You find yourself in the room at the end. Sleep until the morning. You remove your outer garments and get into bed. The light dims all away as you do. Your eyes grow heavy and you drift off into sleep. Oh, I need to speak up. It is now day 2, 5 a.m. Our lantern lights the room with a soft yellow. I'll go back. Fire dances in the room. Yes, he's been kind. I'll give it to him. As soon as he mentioned the stone, you rifle through your bag and find it. You place it on the counter and push it toward him. He appears equally surprised as he is amused. My, how impressive. You already grabbed the darned thing. With a smile, he reaches for the stone, dragging it back with him. He leans back in his chair, examining the stone. Its sheen is even more exaggerated in the dim lighting. I must say, I'm surprised at how capable you are. I think you'll go far, young one. With a pleased sigh, sorry. He pushes the stone down and slides it back to you across the counter. He opens his drawer and pulls out paper. He writes. You look at him with growing confusion. You thought he wanted the stone. Yes, I did, young one, but not to keep. He smiles. A tired man like me has no need for such a stone. There's nothing left for me to change. Again, change. I only wanted to confirm the rumors I heard so very long ago. And now that I have, I am more than satisfied. He gestures for you to pick up the stone. Go on, take it. Use it wisely. And of course, your key. He places the key on the counter. You might as well leave the gates open while you're at it. I fear any others who would have tried to get past them are long gone now. It is silent for a bit, and thinking the conversation over, you begin to turn. Oh, before you go, young one, I should warn you. The innkeeper calls out to you. I'm sure you've seen the mist around the city. It makes things cold. Very cold. Without proper clothing, it will be a terrible idea. You won't make it far. Of that, I can assure you. Thanks for the warning. Let's see. My winter fur coat. Cold resistance is 1. Water resistance. Are you ready to go? Oh, what would you like to talk about? You turn to the overlook, back to the abbey, to the street, to the shop. Equipment is a winter coat, and this one is a winter fur coat. I suppose that one is better. I mean, mine is better. The house. Do you have anything else to say? Ah, hello again. Nothing. The alley is quiet in the back alley. The mother sits against the wall with her little girl cuddling close to her. They look at peace. But they still died from the cold by wearing the winter fur coat. So I don't think I'll be able to make it. The night, nothing. The path was unlock. Use your key to unlock the gate. Okay, is this at 22 now, huh? You approach the gate, key in hand. The metal is frozen to the touch, but the key still slides in until it fits snugly inside. A small turn and a series of writing clicks are heard from the lock. All at once, the gate begins pulling outward. away from you. Metal screeches at regular intervals as the gate moves, perhaps the first time in years. The gate begins to slow as if it fully opens. Whatever mechanisms inside that were giving it the force to move also seem to be holding it in place. The path to the ruined city is open. The snow surrounds the open gate. The black, frozen frames look like an opened jail cell, warning of the danger inside. I have the skill menu. Okay, I got one more point. So I guess I just leveled up strength. Save. Enter the ruined city. The snow is getting heavier. Your hands are freezing. Okay. From Mr. Harbor, I am now in Cold Gate. Oh, new soundtrack. A ruined architecture carves the path through the snowy road up to the city's entryway, a grand stone bridge. Bordering the entire city, at least as much as you can see, is a great chasm. You cannot see the bottom, only the black nothingness it drops into. Snow rests atop mountains on both your sides across the chasm. Past the city lies more on the horizon. The bridge is old and broken at various points, but is your only way forward. It should be safe to walk, you tell yourself. It has to be. You cross the bridge. Crossing the bridge is no simple feat. As grand as it appeared on your way here, it is even grander to cross. You think you saw pillars reaching down into the chasm for support, but horrid groaning noises from a stone make you second guess yourself. Speaking of stone, I will let you check the soul stone again. Yeah. You see yourself in the stone. Feed the stone and permanently gain 4 drama and 1 skill point. Consume the stone and fully restore your health, energy, and sanity if used in combat. Gain a turn instead of taking one. Gaze in the stone and reset your skill tree. 4 drama. Sure. You cut your hand and bleed into the stone. Vibrates, liquidates, and seeps into your wound. You feel stronger and emptier at the same time. A piece of stonework crumbles off the bridges. Sigh as you walk past it. It falls into the abyss, and you never hear it in the ground. Skill point. Devour. The corpses. Rifle through the bodies for whatever you can find. Nothing that many of these are likely to be adventurous. You begin to rifle through each corpse of gold, gems, weapons, anything of value. You do find a few things. As you search, the eyes of the lost and the frozen catch yours. Even as you try to avoid them, it shakes you. The pile of gold and a health potion. Your keen eyes spot some extra gold lying around. Oh, 5 more. Corpses down the bridge as you cross it, some frozen and others without flesh. I can do that again. You do find a few things. -1 sanity. So I guess nothing else. Yeah. Press onward. The groaning gets louder as you walk along. With each step you grow increasingly weary. a large fissure spiders through the ground beneath you and see a massive crack of stone slough off. You pick up the pace immediately. You scramble through the collapsing bridge, the sides bursting and crumbling. Debris flies behind you. I guess I cannot go back now. Oh, my nose. I think I have a cold, that's why I cannot speak today. With a shaking breath, you stumble onto the solid edge of the bridge. The collapse has ceased, and the ancient stone now in the abyss below. Look back at the wide divide. No turning back now. The landscape speckles itself with ruined buildings, old stone roads, and shattered monuments. The walls of the city reach much farther than what still stands. As you reach the end of the bridge, it crumbles out to a large drop downward. Through the mist, you can faintly see the broken remains of a stairway. Right. Now let's drop down. The path is mostly clean compared to the bridge. Those small patches of crumbled debris dot the edge. Soon the path expands to a circular courtyard, its edges dotted with pillars of varying levels of decay. It's not particularly large, but it is open enough. In the center is a well, and to the east lies a narrow set of stairs to the upper section of the city. The body lies against the well. Come closer. You think you hear talking, but it's faint. Faint. Very faint, almost a whisper. You pause and wait for more talking, but nothing comes. You always inspect the body. You step toward the body and lean down, but quickly find them dead. There's no chance the voice came from there. You hear a whisper again, come closer. It's clearly coming from the well. From the corner of your eye, you notice the dead body holds a hand out. In it is a note. You lean down and grab it. Don't open. It drops off. Given the dry blood on his hand, it seems it was written hastily with the only thing he had left. Come closer. Another whisper prompts your attention toward the well again. You peer into the well but see only darkness. Down here, the voice says, with more energy now. Please. Don't open... Don't open the well. Don't O-P-E. Use a rope to rappel down the well. 15 meters or 15 minutes. You hook your rope to a large stone impaled into the ground and grab the other around yourself. You position yourself at the well's edge and begin your descent. It's hard to judge the depth of the well. The further you go, the more you worry that you might not have enough rope to reach the bottom. Your descent takes minutes and the light darkens until there's none. Thankfully, your feet feel the ground below you. You quickly stand and untie your rope. The well is dark and dank. Your eyes adjust, albeit slowly. Where the well's opening should be is only a sheet of darkness. Strange. The well can't be that deep, can it? Small illumination from the tunnel at the side of the well gives the room a small glow, and you hear the voice call, "Oh, you made it. Come closer, please." Jump toward the glow. Got experience. Oh, no. that sound is not a good sound. You head into the cave small, crouching to fit and intent on finding the source of the glow. It only takes a few steps until the tunnel opens up. The area is small but breathable. The stone walls are polished and carved, clearly man-made. All clothes are strewn about the floor. the far side of the room is a wooden confessional built into the wall. A curtain drapes over its opening. The light comes from behind it. Against the blinder is a shadow of an old woman, rocking back and forth without a movement. Oh, there you are. Please open up my curtain, won't you? I wish to see you. Bundle of old clothes lying strewn about. You said toward the old clothes lying near the corners of the room. Many are scratched and tattered. Some leave your hands wet with water or with blood. You parse through the clothes, checking pockets and their wear. You find some gold in various dirty pouches. The old woman rocks back and forth, all one clothes to protect from the cold. With no gold, more gold. Yay, I'm rich. See, warm clothes and with a fur coat. Which one is better? They are the same. Talk. Okay, so don't open the curtain. But I just want to talk to her. Talk to her. Do not open the curtain. You call out to the old lady. Her head tilts down. Oh, hello, young one. Hello. Thank goodness you're here. Please open up my curtain, will you? It is so dark down here and I cannot see you. Who are you? You ask her who she is. I'm just an old woman in need of help, nothing more. You can hear a smile in his voice. What are you doing down in the well? Oh, the woman's head periodically jitters. She can't stop rocking. Oh, yeah, it's faster now. You ask the woman what she is doing down here. Her words pour out nothing at all. I can't open the curtain. Of course, I can't do anything. Oh, so weak. Just open up my curtain, won't you? And then I can help you in return. Why can't you open it? She speaks before you even ask. I'm waiting for you. For one as you, a kind soul, a lovely soul to open up my curtain. Please open up my curtain. I am a frail soul, old and frail, but I will be fine if you just open my curtain. Please. Just open my curtain. Please. The woman's entire body vibrates when you get closer to her. What is that light? She speaks before you even ask. You wish to see it? You wish to see it, traveler? I can let you see it. Open my curtain and I will let you see it. Oh, it's a pretty light. It is. So pretty, you must see it, traveler. Just open up my curtain. Open it, open it, open it. She rocks with each command. How long have you been down here? She's too long. Too long, oh traveler. Too long. You must open up my curtain so it won't be a moment longer. Quick, traveler, quick, open up my curtain. An old woman can't be down here for too long. No, I can't. You must open up the curtain. Don't listen to this odd thing. You don't need to go back. Come, open my... Oh my god. No. The rocking speaks. And she sees it up when you try to leave. No, come back. I need your help. Come back. Leave. You need to leave. Talk to me. The old woman's movements are jerky and frenzied. Talk to me. Leave. Begin crouching to leave and hear the woman's voice behind you. No, you can't leave me here. Please, come back. Leave. The room is lit with a small glow. You can hear the voice calling. Please, in here, closer. Climb to the surface. No, that was so creepy. You climb out of the well. It takes much exertion, but you manage. Climb the stairs to the upper city. The stairs are long and narrow. They climb high, giving way to a misted view of the entire city below. The stone grows more polished and ornate with every step as you enter into what once was the rich portion of the city. A large pavilion blocks the snowfall. On one side, the pavilion gapes out to the city, with large marble pillars lining the opening. On the other are collapsed remains of many rooms. What they were for, you do not know. Living quarters, perhaps. Motionless in the center of the pavilion are 2 rows of stone statues facing away from you toward the hallway. View the city from the pavilion. Peering out into the great city, you see the remains of villages and yards strewn across the large wasteland. It's a long way down. The market on the other side of the city sticks out even through the fog, and above it you can see a sprawling system of bridges, a second village in the sky. Bridge remains jutting from the pavilion tell you they used to connect all the way down here long ago. Finally, to your right lies a massive temple, wide and towering into the bridges above, towering higher than even this lookout. When you turn from the pavilion's opening, the stone statues behind you look out into the city. Inspect the stone statues. The statues shimmer with a glossy black. They look no worse for wear, but mostly protected from the elements. Put yourself next to one of the statues, finding it to be oddly warm when you touch it. From there, you can guess where the statue is looking. In an open area of the city is the faint image of a woman. She stands still like a ghost. The statues are strained on her. Oh, Stone Watcher. They're watching a woman, I see. Okay. Go to the hallway. You travel down a stone hallway until you reach a closed-off room. At the far end is a monument to the dark egg. Carved into the stone, a mountain ridge lies in the distance, with waterfalls washing forward into a lush forest. Off the wall, in the central basin, lies a stone replica of the egg, with stone trees surrounding it. The room is empty, besides the beautiful monument and an elevator. The monument. You take a closer look at the monument. The writings are unreadable, but the carvings tell a story. Great winged creatures flying down from above to the people on the ground. Some people raise their hands to the beasts, some kneel, some bow. Some bow. All are smiling. The beasts are difficult to make out. Gashes in the old stone lined up to their forms perfectly, as if someone intentionally distorted them. Some wings hold tens of eyes and some have none. Most have what look to be multiple heads, though you can't tell. Their limbs are humanoid but unpredictable. The egg lies central to them, being gifted down to the people. The forest surrounds it, lush with life. Elsewhere are barren wastelands, wherever the egg is not. Rather than waterfalls flowing toward the egg, it seems more like everything originates from it. And of course, that ornate egg still lies offset from the monument. Okay, let's go back a little bit to the bridge. Go to the left. You walk up the staircase to a higher portion of the city. Ruins of the town lie below you, falling into the fog as you climb. At the top of the staircase is a wide walkway filled with stands, homes, banners, the remnants of a well-used market. Snow covers everything you see. It's quiet. Houses, broken as they are, block a view past the immediate street. The left alley and the right alley. The small alleyway is largely empty, but a small opening in the back leads into the house, hidden from the main street. Inside is a lived-in room with a small man sitting inside, a blanket wrapped around himself. The room is noticeably warmer without the harsh winds outside. He jolts up and looks at you, surprised. Oh, he's alive. Who? He sits at the table alone, eating dried meat. 3 empty seats surround it. The man huddles into his chair, away from you, and stares. He takes another bite away. Talk. Greet the stranger. Oh, I can attack him. You give a greeting, trying to alleviate his worries. Oh, you're just a traveler. I see, I see. He nods his head fiercely. Well, welcome, then, to my, our humble abode. It's a bit messy right now, but, well, he points toward the door. It's just so cold these days, you know? Hard to get much done. Besides the door, nothing else leads outside. There are no windows, and the only light comes from a small lantern hanging from the ceiling. The man watches you. Is he waiting for you to say something? You said hour before. The man smiles at your question. Yes, hour. Me, my wife, and our children. They are out right now, though. He leans back in his chair. I'm holding down the fort for now. Got plenty of food for them stored up. See? I think they'll be might hungry when they get back. I want to make sure I can welcome them back with a warm meal. Oh no. No. You know where this is going. There's food lying. Food piles in all corners of the house. Ice and salt used liberally. He catches your wandering eye. The food? He looks confused, then widens his eyes. Of course, you must be trying to hold out through this winter as well, right? It's quite cold these days. No chance for hunt or harvest. I only have so much, but I can spare some for you, traveler. Here, take it. Be safe. Oh, what a nice man, but I don't think I have a hungry system. A small piece of dried meat that's been salted restores 3 energy. Ooh. Oh, I don't want to ask the man for more food. It's quiet. I saw a small alleyway, the right. Alley, I mean. Darkness envelops the alleyway as you passage in. Only when the light is nearly gone do you reach a corner and hear a strange noise. You peer around the wall. A watery reflection of a light in a glassy black eye is all you can see. Something begins shambling towards you. Oh, what? Encountered Miss Walker, so this is a fight. Is that money? What are these? Zooming the map or out? Oh, okay. Retreat. That's me. This is Miss Walker. Height of 9 gold. How do I fight? Do I click on it? Do I drag? No. Click on me. Mana increases by 1 at the start of your turn. Spend it to use skills. Oh. It's up here. What do you want to do? Attack. Use a skill. Use the item. Yeah, wait. Maybe it doesn't want to fight. Player lets the opponent make the first move. Okay, they do want to fight. There's 1 damage. Fine. Move range. How much further this unit can move this turn? Click and drag to move in that direction. I have a skill. Use Devour. 1 from every stat from a single target for 3 turns. Click the unit you want to target. Player targets Miss Walker's soul, ripping their life from them. Oh. Player consumes. What do you want to do? How do I check my stats? Nothing here changes. Attack the target. Seconds left. Sword. Click on yourself to start your attack. Drag your mouse through enemies as fast as you can. Huh? What? Click drag. Blade deals 7 damage to Miss Walker. They pull back quickly. Attack. Click drag. The eyes are glazed over. 1 damage. Attack. What if I do this? Nothing happens. Okay, attack. So I have to. Okay, there's also distance. With a low groan, the creature collapses into the wall and lies still. It's quiet. Can I get back to the alleyway? Yes, but the alley, we find it's empty. What about the gold? Did I get a gold? Oh, that's a street. The ladder though. A ladder leads up the roof of a house. You climb up the ladder to a house's rooftop to find a sprawling web of pathways from roof to roof, hidden from the streets below. Doors lead in and out of the attics of homes, and abandoned shops exist up here as well. A few of these stands still hold some of their wares. The air is colder up here, but the fog is largely gone. It covers over the streets, making it hard to see below the walkways. The rooftops have clear wear on them, but look plenty sturdy for any traveler. Stands. Inspect the various stands. The different shops hold old linens, broken pots, empty vials, and shattered glasses for sale. Why? Most of it is more aesthetic than practical, yeah. None of it is useful to you. You do, however, notice that almost all of them have the dark egg etched into them somewhere, along with a series of odd winged pieces. At the back of one stand is an intact glass pot, mostly wrapped in a pouch. It has no noticeable wear. Perhaps it might sell for something. Did I get it? Yeah. A beautiful glass pot found inside a cold gate. An etching of winged pieces and the dark egg adorn its side. Can I use it here? No. Catwalks. Use the catwalks. From above, you can see past the outer city walls into the Arctic wasteland beyond. And after that, the land is devoured by the city's wide outer chasm. The old rooftops crumble at several spots, and many of the guardrails have rusted away. The attics. A group of houses have their sides torn off. The bridge wave rounds the side of a row of houses, each one with their sides torn off. The attics exposed. Most of what's inside is old and rotten from the elements. The open walls of the rooftops do make a nice place to hide from the cold, though. While inside one of the attics, you find a small satchel of old coins. More money. The street. Climb down to the street or walk it to the rooftop terrace. The stone bridges lead to a large circular fountain of sorts, though nothing flows anymore. A broken pergola towers over the area covered with snows. A sky courtyards overlook the town below. The pathway leads to the rooftops of the main city, but the catwalks there are dangerously decayed. Agility. Travel to the main city despite the danger. Enter the old shack. Do it. A walkway attaches to the shack's roof where the remains of a door used to be. You walk the sturdy stone to the shack. The shack is empty, dusty. Books lie against a wall in a small library of sorts, though most are torn and unusable. A large window lies at the side of the shack, overlooking the ruined city. Just barely. Through the fog, you can make out a woman standing still in the center. The air is as still as the shack itself. The bookshelf. Check out the bookshelf. The bookshelf is filled with plenty of books, some older than others. The titles on their spines are written in the same strange language you found in the books at the chapel. Unreadable, an old native language maybe? The dust is heavier here, likely due to the clutter. The desk. A writing desk. When you turn from the shelf, you'll notice one book open on the writing desk. It's badly damaged, but the lettering catches your eye. It's readable. Written in your tongue, you parse whatever text is left of the book, though the ribs make it hard to read to make out. The Sky Children, with their great knowledge, were worshipped by the humans across the islands. Every item made was to be marked with a sigil in the image. The next page is especially torn. They who came from above, their numerous gifts a blessing, the foolish humans of the ground, a form fit for ones greater than us, ever-changing, their eternal eyes, nothing more can be read. On another page, still fully intact, is a drawing of a monument to the egg. It depicts the Sky Children lowering the egg to the people below. You notice it's the very same monument you saw carved in the stone on the other side of the city, yes. The window. Get a closer look outside the window. You go to the window and squint, trying to discern as much as possible. The fog finds you at every turn. The only things clear are the ruins of various houses and a woman. Looking closer, you will see her mouth moving. She turns toward the window and swivels her head upward. Your eyes meet. She stands still. Her mouth is moving. Is she saying something? You can't tell. She looks down. She walks away. The rooftop. Go to the other side. Okay. The door to the shack creaks when it opens. It's old and doesn't open all the way, but there's enough room for you to step out. On your side is a large staircase, and past it are thin rows of the wide street and houses that dwindle in size. Guardrails pen you in from falling. The street leads to the market and the stair down the city. As well as more alleyway. Oh, it's a different one. You enter the alleyway looking for anything of note. Though mostly empty, you do notice something shiny in the corner near some boxes. A shining scale lies between wood and brick, seems lizard-like. You reach to put it in your bag, but large claws grab at you from behind. Surprised, you jerk out from the hole and twist around, facing a scaled creature with arms that drag against the ground. Encounter Lizafel. L. Okay, he goes first. 1 damage. There's only 2 steal his stats then. Slam. 12 damage to a single target. Click on the unit you want to target. Player pulls back and plants their feet. With a push forward, they slam into Lizafel, the force causing them to recoil. Player deals 18 damage. They are breathing. The last zoom out. Is there anything I can take? Oh, Lizafel lurches toward Layer and bites into their arm. Heals for 0 health. The pain though. Lizafel deals 1 damage to the player. Oh, just retreat. The creature falls, crumbling to ash with a wail. Hopefully there aren't more of whatever that was. Grab a scale as you leave. A luminescent scale is smooth, hard outside, holds no scratches. Shining scale. That's a treasure right there. Oh, there's so much to this game, huh? The right alley. The alleyway is a bit more open than the others, rather too. Boxes line the sides of the walls. You search around the alley for a bit, but find nothing of note. No. stairs to the ruined city. Wait, what? Then what is the other pavilion? Okay, let's enter the ladder. I don't think there's somewhere that I haven't explored. The dust is heavier here, likely due to the clutter. Okay, let's leave. To the street market. To the load. No, not that. To the street market. Oh, this is quite hard, huh? The bridge. To the right. To the stairs. To the... To the hallway. To the elevator. A gate off the side of the bedroom catches your eye. Behind the steel bars is a cage lift of some kind. The gate is easy to open, but a wooden platform is far below. In the city, certainly not safe to step on. The elevator sits inactive. Its gears are a bit rusted and covered with snow. Okay, so I can go there yet. Well, to the bridge, to the left. Jump. Doesn't seem safe. Alright, I think I will take some fall damage. You gauge the distance below and try to see where you can land safely. It all appears to be stone, but you do find an open spot within reach. Jump anyway. Constitution, take a leap of faith. You resolve yourself and take a step back before running and leaping forward. Minus 14 health. Oh no, it'll prove to be too much of you, and soon the world begins to go dark. No. A lantern lights the room with a soft yellow. I'm back here again. It's day 3. Other case. The firelight dances across the room. There are a few windows. There where rain and snow patter outside. It feels safe. Oh yeah, I died. Okay, let's leave. And let's head to the Oh no. You approach the knight. He doesn't turn, but you can tell he is aware of you. Well, I got out and you have nothing to say about that. To the city. Now, we continue our journey. What? You furrow your brow as you travel the ancient bridge again. You know it shouldn't be here. You were on it when it fell. You couldn't forget that. And yet, you walk its stone path again, patting its walls and cracks again, for the first time. A groan sounds. You're both surprised and not surprised to find it collapsing under your feet once more. Prepared this time, you deftly leap from rock to rock. Sorry, my pronunciation is so bad. And make your way across, safe from harm. Because I'm whispering, that's why. The bridge overlooks the city square. If only you could see anything past the frigid wall of mist. Grapple. You can make your way down. You gauge the distance below and see if your rope can reach the bottom. There are a few sturdy pillars nearby you can tie to. Unfortunately, the drop is a bit too far to be safe. Even with the rope, you need to tie a second together to make it. So you're saying that I need 2 ropes? Don't jump. I died because I jumped. Now let's see. To the street. Then we go down. Yeah, to the ruined city. You walk down a massive staircase into the lowest part of the city. The largest part is very hard. What once was sprawling with life is now abandoned and open. Destroyed houses and crumbling walls surround the area. Anything still intact won't be for long. A light covering of snow and sleet blankets the ground. With no walls to stop it, the wind howls through the square, kicking up a blinding mix of snow and fog. A large altar lies in the corner of the square. Steps walk up on either side to an offering table, glittering. Snow does not touch it. Silent Witch! Near the far end of the square is a large elevator of sorts. It's hard to see from here, but it doesn't seem to be terribly damaged. In the middle of the square is a woman, standing still as a statue. The same you saw from the shack. But as soon as you take your first step into the courtyard, she snaps her head to you. Her eyes are a glassy white and her mouth moves. You hear nothing. Is she cursing me? She doesn't move. She only stares. Beyond her, a great temple with two closed doors stands. What? It chases above the fog and the upper catwalks of the city. To the witch, approach the woman. When you approach the woman, she stands up straighter, taller than you. Her face crinkles with aversion, and she seems wary of you. The witch looks like a frozen corpse, chilled over in blue glass. Her lips now move with no word or sound to speak of. You can hear her breathing, a struggling, gasping sound. You do not attack the witch. Try to talk to her. You ask her what she is doing here. She stares at you in silence. You try once more, asking her if she is okay. Her face softens, but when her lips move again, still nothing comes out. The witch regards you with care, though her attention appears limited, distracted. Ask her if there is anything you can do to help. The question appears to put her on her back foot. With a subtle tilt of her head, she contemplates, but looks away. After a bit, you follow her gaze. Up above the temple is a great bridge towering over the city. She lifts her head, feebly pointing to the bridge. You glance back at her and find her face has turned to you. Her mouth opens. She clenches her fist before pointing to you, then the bridge again. In an instant, her hands and head drop while she slouches, exhausted. Okay, ask her how to get up there. You ask the witch about the bridgeway. She glances up at you, then twists her head slightly, staring past you. You turn around and see the offering table. You look back to her and think, that's it. But then she also points up to the series of ruined pathways along some of the old buildings in the city. They lead from the old shack and rise up to meet the bridgeway. They look dangerous though. She also gestures beyond the pavilion where the stone monument lies. I got, oh no, -1 energy. Let's leave the witch. Okay, so to the offering table. The large altar is a bit removed from the rest of the square, but its elegant stone says that it was an important piece to the citizens. You walk up one of the staircases to the main altar table and are met with a glittering of gold from various travelers and a brilliant ruby. The black egg etched into the altar looks exactly like the egg at the monument. Take everything from the table. Let's see, I have 70 gold. I can offer 30. You toss 30 gold into the offering table. Soon after your gold clatters on the table, your hand bumps something round as it comes back. You look down and find a single potion of healing at the edge of the table, filled to the brim. You didn't notice it before. I also got experience. Okay, grant 1 constitution. I suppose defense is defense is good. Save. You go back. Now to D. Walk out the temple store. The houses. Awareness. Explore the ruined houses. Is it because I have awareness? Awareness. Oh, because it's quite high, I suppose. Awareness +1. Many of the houses in the square are nothing but rubble. A few of the ruins, however, hide some old treasures. A large house in the center of the square still has some structure to it. A town center, perhaps, or it may be a mansion for a noble. In the storage room still protected from the elements, you find a bundle of rope and an old but small painting of the town square. Your keen eyes spot a small ring in the box with a glowing blue gem embedded in it. It might come in handy. Okay, a small portrait of a bright green town square. A large bridge towers over the background. A ring lightly imbued with the power of fire. It was off the court better than anything else. +1 to defense and +2 to cold resistance. Nice. Climbing rope good for a few uses. Now I have a second one. I can get to it then. But the map, I already have one map. Where's the other map? Oh, this is a small painting. Cannot be used here. Okay. What are we doing? Wear it? Yes. Okay, so I have the ring, the sword, and the fur coat. Can I do it again? You peruse through some more ruined homes and stumble upon an old blacksmith's shop. Though much of its contents are too battered from the cold to be useful, you find an axe and some gold hidden away in a large drawer. Your keen eye also spots a bow and a quiver, still in relatively good condition. Good enough that you wonder if maybe someone left them here recently. Okay, 6 gold. An axe. A broad-headed axe is more a tool than a weapon, but its heft can still butcher a foe. Range 12, attack +9. A tall wooden bow with a quiver of arrows. It's damp. Let's see. Sword is range 12, attack 7. Axe. Range of attack 9. So -1 agility. I don't think I'd like to get that. Okay. Awareness. Recipe helps with finding things. So what if I reset? Oh, at a checkpoint. Okay. So I need to go back to the inn to do that. The temple first. The steps to the temple are wide, circling around the vast double doors. There's still little height difference between each, more for show than anything. Reaching the doors, you notice a large cutout directly in the middle, biting the doors shut. Grabbing the handles and pulling makes no movement. They're locked. The doors to the temple are closed, shut, unmovable. The stone is glossy and slick, not a crack in it. Return to the city center. Is all. Could it still work? The elevator sits inactive. Its gears are a bit rusted and covered with snow. Step away then. So there's something that I must do at the offering table. Maybe 20 gold. You toss 20 gold onto the offering table. You place down your offering and hear a loud clank from the other side of the city square. There we go. You twist your head to the noise. You notice the elevator raising its platform by itself. Its old gears creak to life, shaking off the snow and rust off like it was nothing. +20 experience. Well, 10 gold. You toss 10 gold onto the offering table. Like nothing happened. Okay, so now we go to the elevator.
The elevator stutters into motion, responding to your steps as you approach. You're not sure how it knows. Freight ropes looped around pulleys above, but there's no one below to pull them. The wooden platform is stable as it glides, but it has no supports. And yet, the lift arrives at your feet at the same time. A panel is attached to it. More experience. The elevator panel waits for input. There are only 3 heights to choose from. The Dark Age Monument. Okay, this one. Monument of the Egg. Oh, is this location? I see. Let's buy the elevator again to the bridgeway then. The ancient bridge spans across the city with a small crescent to its shape. Its wide deck is bounded by thick stone walls waist high. It towers over every building in the city, save for the spire of the temple below it. Even so, the drop to the temple looks to be a good 30 feet or so. A large skylight in the roof of the temple lines up with the center of the bridge, where the walls open up to see down into it. In the plain view of the window is an odd creature of some kind, hunched over. It covers itself with great white wings and is bleeding. To the creature, what is it? I'm curious. Coming closer to the creature, you see a massive wound on its side, hidden below its wings. Look, over here you say it's, but here you say his. It's bleeding and looks infected. Creature perks up a bit and turns. His face is nearly human, save for his black eyes and elongated skull. It juts out like a sharp knife centered on his nose. Underneath his pointed nose is a pointed mouth that speaks. Ah, you, child, won't you please help me? Its eyes widen with hope when he meets yours. He gestures to his festering wound. Please help me. Help this poor creature. That's why I'm here. Something doesn't feel right about this thing. Listen to what he has to say. Okay, listen first. The creature looks pleased as you come close. Oh, it is a good thing you have come. A miracle it is. His wings unfurl with some effort. I am the Sky Sire, as they used to call me, he says, gesturing to the city below. I am a Sky Child. The Sky Sire sits back, wings open. His now fully visible wound looks painful and rotten. Sky Children, your wound. Is it really a Sky Child? Is the wound alright? Putting out his wound, the Sky Sire grimaces in pain and turns. Ah, yes. Yes, it. Well, no. It is not alright, but it is something I can bear. For how long though, I'm not sure. He winces as he hunches back down. The red wound rises a bit. It's alive. It's not quite normal, you see. You realize the situation might be more complicated than you thought. You ask him what the wound is. He frowns. It's a living wound because it's still being twisted into me. It's an attack, a murder in action, as it were. It is because I am one of the Sky Children, the very same etched into those walls, that I was targeted. The Sky Sire stops short while talking, a grimace enveloping his face. He clutches near his wound. My apologies. The pain only gets worse by the day, you see. It's a nasty curse given to me by the devil herself. It burns deeper, festers endlessly, all from her down there. He points his wing behind you, down in the middle of the city. Do you see her? You walk over the bridge's edge and look down. Down below you see the same woman you saw before, the frozen one. She still stands where you found her. You see her, don't you? That witch is the reason I am like this. He groans as he adjusts himself. That witch is why I cannot move from the spot. It was she that gave me this festering wound, this rot. Even now she still digs a knife into me, my magic barrier keeping her back. It is all I can do to keep struggling against her, as I have done alone for centuries. I will defend the witch. You feel there's more to this than what he's told you. You say that you've spoken with the witch, but before you can get another word in, he just up. You've spoken to her, that devil she. He hunches over again in pain. She's a conniving one, believe me. She's likely brainwashed you. Anything she said is a lie, I guarantee it. I don't know how she's speaking again, but her words are all nothing but a lie. Say nothing. Tell him she couldn't talk. Why did she attack you? Why did she? Sky's eye puffs up. Because I'm a sky child, you don't. Because killing me is to kill a god. Do you have any idea what kind of wealth she could gain from me? She's a greedy screw, that's all. No, that doesn't seem right, huh? The sky's sire leans back against the bridge wall, exhausted. Enough, tired of talking. This crumbling body cannot even move anymore, not even heal itself. If she is gone, that is. He turns his head to you, brows knit together. Traveler, he says, for my sake, no, for the sake of this city, I urge you, kill that witch. I'm too weak to do it myself. I can only match her as I have been, but if you attack her now, I'm sure you can do it. It is only because of me that the city is still standing, despite her best wishes. If you kill her now, I can finally rest. He closes his eyes. But if I kill you now, you can also rest. Killing the witch is a bit disagree. I will not kill her. You deny the Sky Shire and say you will not kill the witch. He stares at you with a cold fury in his eyes. You're nothing but a coward, a tormentor. You plan to let me just die in misery then. A dark chuckle escapes his mouth, or perhaps you intend to kill me instead. You look at the Sky Sire for a moment, and he looks at you, both waiting for the other to say something. Grimaces. Well, get on with it. No need to stand around like a fool. If you need more persuading, I'll give you my eye when you return. It's the key to the temple below. He chuckles at your expression. What? You didn't think I'd know why you came here? I know. Everything. He gives you one last pointed stare. Etchings run the entire length of the bridge's walls. All of winged creatures are the dark egg. Go to the Sky Sire. Oh, you're back, says the Sky Sire. What is it? Yes, attack the creature. He looks at you questioningly as you come closer. I'm sorry. Oh, I don't know if you're the bad guy or the witches. But I have to do this then. The Sky Sire closes at you, realizing your intention. You son of a bitch, I knew you were filth. He gathers a barrier around you and him. I might not be able to move, but neither will you, he sneers. We stay until one of us rots. Encounters Sky Sire. It's okay, so let's see. What do I need to do here? Why is there a health potion there? Okay, I'll go first. Can use skill, use an item. Out of range. God dang it. Okay, how do I move again? Click, right? And do I just wait? Oh no, I don't know. So we recenter. Double click, drag. WSD, yes. Attack. Oh no, not that one. Skill, devour. ripping the life from them. Better mind resists your attack, beating it back. 5 pillars from below player, engulfing them and sapping away their strength. Yeah, you're doing the same thing to me. Sky Sire deals 5 damage to the player. Player's strength decreases by 50% for 1 turn. So no more attack then. Play deals 2 damage. He scalps and flaps his good wing at you. Air sharpening as the finger, shoots and pushes his blade back. Oh. Oh. Yes, I deals 3 damage to the player. Okay. Skill. Slam. Oh, I don't have enough mana. Wait, what? Attacking. There's a paint grunt, but tries not to show it. But the player is sharpening at the finger to push me back into the health potion. 3 damage to me. So what do you want to do? You attack him again. 5. Okay. He gnashes his teeth at you. Snake. Air sharpening. No, okay. Thank you for the health potion. What do you want to do? Pick it up. Use an item. Health potion, where's it? I mean recovery potion. Drinking it down the potion. Despite the initial sting, it goes down smoothly and begins working its magic. They feel the pain slip away. Okay. Wait. No, I don't. I was thinking about using that recovering potion on him, but no, that's not what I'm here for, huh? It's 12 damage. Goes back and plants their feet. With a push forward, they slam into the Sky Sire, the force causing them to recoil. He's dead. The Sky Sire breathes heavy, his body growing limp. He looks up to you one last time with grit teeth. Burn in hell. Got the red eye of the Sky Sire, Angel's Eye. Oh, he was indeed an angel. Anyway. This is the bridgeway. This is the rooftop. Okay, let's head to the elevator to the city. Go to the witch. When you find the witch again, she is sitting in the snow, propped up by her arm. Her eyes are closed and she breathes slowly. The blue sheen around her is faded, and stepping closer, she opens her eyes and glances up to you and smiles. Her arm is transparent. Thank you. Little by little, her body fades away until nothing but her memory remains. So she wasn't the bad guy. She thanks me. That is where I spent the entire city. Approach the woman again. The witch is nowhere to be found. It's warm, where she used to stand. Okay, I still remember there was about something about the statues looking at the witch. So, to the low town. Not ride the elevator to the monument. Pavilion. Here we go. When you step back into the pavilion, you notice the statues have moved from their normal places, now centered in a tight circle. They stare inward toward a glowing sigil etched into the ground. To the statues, inspect the stone statues. The sigil is a strange one you haven't seen before. The area around is filled with light, but the marking is void of it. Lines are cut around the sigil, marked with the same void. The pattern is more complicated than anything you've seen before. Just connect the dot. like that in one piece. Oh my god, what is this puzzle? Okay, let me think. So in this one, I should go over here. Ah, there we go. Boop. A clown clatter is heard behind you. Somewhere in the midst of the broken rooms, you turn and go to investigate. It doesn't take you long to notice something's off. Close to where you stand, a wide circle of rubble has been cleared out. In the center is a bulky pouch. You go to pick it up and find it filled with gold. Did someone leave this here? 45 gold. Nice. When you turn back, an empty pavilion is all that greets you. Not a trace of the statues or their schedule remained. Pavilion is quiet. To the well? No. That's scary, so creepy. But now I have 2 ropes. Yes. Yes, but you have a second rope. You tied the 2 together and fastened them to a nearby pillar. The bridge overlooks the city square. If only you could see anything past the frigid wall of mist. Climb down to the main city. Oh, it's just that? Oh, it's just that. Okay, let's untie the rope. I will get the rope back. You tie your stuff and put it back into your pouch. Oh, I thought it was something different. Yeah, but I have enough for another skill. Constitution. Intelligence, apply intelligence. Conniving. I'm glad to get that though. Awareness, cast step. Penetration. Move range, agility. Okay, goes for penetration then. Don't jump. To the right, to the stairs, the hallway, to the elevator. There is a question mark over there. Back to the monument back. The room is empty, save for a beautiful monument. There's a question mark. Or maybe it's the elevator. No, it's hand over here. Odd. Okay, to down, no. To the highest point. The sky shines, but it like crumbled and bloody on the ground. To the north. To the rooftop. I think I have explored that place already. Yeah. Lost some health, I think. The catwalks are in disarray and are dangerously narrow. Most of the edges are completely dissolved, now asking you to balance yourself. The ruined city lies below the fog. With a deep breath, you balance and walk across the sky, snow falling around you. The ice snow proves to be too much for you. Your stomach lurches when you lose your footing. You scramble desperately to hold on, but soon find nothing below you. Stumble into the void and can only hope for a safe landing as much as possible. Okay. Head to the elevator again, to the bridgeway. Do I want to do that again? No. Okay, to the south. As you walk toward the pavilion, the bridgeway seems to climb upward ever so slightly. The incline is subtle, and you aren't sure if you are just imagining it. With every step, the chill of the cold dwindles, and the city's fog lifts. Or maybe you've climbed above it. You notice how thin the clouds have gotten. The music has changed. At the edge of the bridge is a light, dim in the distance, but growing brighter as you come closer. You keep climbing. An overwhelming warmth blankets you as you get close, and a blinding light rests above the bridge's end. You look up and see something. A white gate? A porcelain white staircase leads up, disappearing into the light. Everything is still calm. Strange. You feel you've seen this place before. Nothing looks quite right, and yes, it's familiar somehow. No. You lower your head and turn, walking back down to the freezing abyss. To the north. Intermediary. The bridge slowly dips down the closer you get to the market. As it ends, it comes close to a courtyard near the shack. While still a ways higher, you find an old ladder on the ground near the edge. It's long. Steel body might be enough to reach a platform standing off one of the tower bridgeways. With a push, the ladder begins to slide down. You slow it down and aim for the bridge. It touches down with the room to spare. Oh, 1 meter? At the edge of the bridgeway is a dive vault built into the deck about the width of the ladder. You slot the ladder into place and it holds steady. Climb up the ladder to the lower courtyard. Oh, this location, the sky courtyard, so overlook the town below. Do the shack again. Just leave the low town, stay straight the ladder to up the roof market. Where is that house? Okay, so there's nothing else then. You begin the long trek across the bridge to the white gates you saw before. The same warmth and light from before envelops you again. The white staircase calls to you. You feel all your worries wash away in a quiet, golden sunrise in the distance. That's suspicious. There are still a lot of things that I haven't done here. Bloody leather, don't open. Yeah. Jabble key. Did that already. This one though, the class pot. The angel's eyes also. The edge of the bridge blends into the foot of the staircase seamlessly, from ancient stone to smooth alabaster. White walkway, look to the tender light. You see snippets of your memories, old and new, swirling in the light like nostalgic old friends. They greet you. Take the first step. You step up the staircase. You've never felt so at peace. What did you even come here for? What does it even matter? Take the second step. Oh, I cannot step away from. Another step up the staircase. You only become more sure of yourself as your mind empties. Free of worry. Yeah. There's nothing down there for you anymore. Step after step, you climb the staircase until the light surrounds you. It's so close, so warm. There's no going back after this. There's no reason to live. This is where you belong. Let's try. There's no going back after this. With a deep breath, you stare into the light directly and walk forward, up to the great white gates. You touch the light and close your eyes, passing through the gate. Beyond, a lovely sunrise awaits you. And that is the end of the demo.